Come along for the ride.
Welcome to the Solar Coaster, the wild ride to the solar industry told by the people living it every day. I'm Anna Covert.
And I'm Alex Herrera.
Imagine you've just built the most advanced, state-of-the-art electric vehicle in the world. It's sitting in your driveway, polished, fully charged, and ready to break speed records. But there is one major catch. Nobody in your town knows how to drive it, let alone fix it if something goes wrong. That is essentially the crisis brewing in the global energy sector right now. We are designing the infrastructure of the future, but we are rapidly running out of the minds and hands needed to actually plug it all in.
It is a fascinating paradox. We spend so much time debating the technology, the efficiency of solar panels, the chemistry of lithium-ion batteries, the promise of small modular nuclear reactors, and the sheer computational power of artificial intelligence. But we rarely talk about the human element. The reality is that the transition to clean energy and the digital revolution are colliding in a very unexpected place, the job market. There is a massive talent bottleneck, and it is getting tighter by the day.
And the numbers really back this up. If you look at the solar sector in the United States, it has grown to support over 280,000 workers. That sounds like a massive army of talent. But the industry is hitting a wall. To meet the installation targets for late 2026, which aim for 60 to 70 gigawatts of capacity, the industry is going to need about 355,000 workers. If you do the math, that leaves a projected gap of 53,000 positions in the near term.
53,000 is not just a minor shortage, it is a structural deficit. When you have a gap that large, projects get delayed, costs rise, and the momentum of the entire energy transition slows down. But what makes this really interesting is where the competition is coming from. This isn't just solar companies fighting other solar companies for the same pool of workers. The solar industry has essentially become a training ground for the entire modern tech and power ecosystem.
That is the twist that caught my attention. Other sectors are looking at the solar workforce and realizing these workers have the exact technical skills they need. We are talking about battery storage, nuclear power, data centers, and especially artificial intelligence. They are all drawing from the same talent pool.
Exactly. And it helps to understand how much the solar industry has matured. A decade ago, people thought of solar jobs mostly as basic construction, mounting panels on racks, digging trenches, running standard wiring. And while construction still accounts for nearly half of the solar workforce, the industry has evolved. Today, we are talking about highly specialized high-tech roles. We need high-voltage engineers, transmission planners, cybersecurity experts, supply chain analysts, and SCADA professionals.
Let's pause on that term, SCADA. For those who aren't power grid geeks, what exactly is SCADA and why is everyone fighting over people who understand it?
SCADA stands for Supervisory Control and Data Acquisition. Think of it as the central nervous system of a power plant or a grid. It is the software and hardware system that monitors and controls everything in real time. If a solar farm in the desert is generating power, SCADA tells the operators exactly how much, where it is going, and if a component is failing. Now, if you can manage a SCADA system for a massive solar array, those skills are highly transferable. You can easily transition to managing a battery energy storage facility, a wind farm, or a massive data center.
It is like a modular skill set. You learn it in the solar industry, and suddenly you are highly attractive to a dozen other booming sectors.
Precisely, and it is not just SCADA. Look at land acquisition. To build a massive solar farm, you need people who know how to secure land rights, navigate local zoning laws, and handle environmental permits. Who else needs land acquisition expertise right now? Battery storage developers and tech companies building giant data centers. Look at the nuclear industry. They need commissioning specialists and substation engineers. The solar industry has spent years training these professionals, and now other sectors are swooping in to recruit them.
It must be frustrating for solar developers. They do the heavy lifting of training the workforce only to lose them to sectors with potentially deeper pockets, like big tech, especially with the AI boom. The power demand from AI data centers is skyrocketing, and they need infrastructure immediately.
It is a massive pull factor. AI is often discussed as this virtual cloud-based phenomenon, but its physical footprint is incredibly heavy and power-hungry. To run these massive language models, tech giants need gigawatts of clean energy. They are building their own substations, transmission lines, and dedicated battery storage systems. To do that, they need the exact same engineers and project managers who built the utility-scale solar farms. It is a direct talent migration from the green energy sector to the tech sector.
So we have a situation where the clean energy transition and the digital revolution are competing for the exact same pool of human capital. It feels like a zero-sum game in the short term. If a brilliant transmission engineer goes to work for a tech giant's AI division, that is one less engineer building the grid connections we need to decarbonize our electricity supply.
It absolutely is a zero-sum game right now, which is why the industry is starting to realize that we cannot just keep passing the same group of engineers back and forth. We have to expand the pool. We need to create new pathways for people to enter these fields, and we have to do it quickly.
And that is where we are seeing some creative solutions emerge. Companies are realizing they cannot just post job listings and hope for the best. They have to actively build their own talent pipelines from the ground up. I saw an example of this with a solar developer called Cypress Creek Renewables. They partnered with Piedmont Community College in North Carolina, donating $25,000 to help develop training programs.
That is a great example of localized targeted investment. That money did not just go into a general scholarship fund. It was used to purchase state-of-the-art equipment to strengthen the school's electrical training program and to fund marketing campaigns to attract students. It is about showing young people or career changers that these jobs exist and that they offer a viable, high-paying career path.
It also highlights a shift in how we think about education for the modern economy. You do not necessarily need a four-year engineering degree from an elite university to participate in this technology boom. A focused, high-quality technical program at a community college or a vocational school can get you into the field much faster, with less debt, and put you right at the center of the action.
Absolutely. And it is not just community colleges. There is a major push towards structured apprenticeship programs. Organizations like the Interstate Renewable Energy Council are offering free online courses designed to prepare job seekers to enter clean energy jobs through registered apprenticeship pathways. Apprenticeships are incredibly effective because they bridge the gap between theory and practice. In a field that is changing as fast as renewable energy, textbooks are often outdated by the time they are printed. Learning on the job under the guidance of experienced mentors while earning a living wage is the gold standard.
It also lowers the barrier to entry for people who might not have considered a career in energy before. Think about military veterans. They often come with incredible leadership skills, discipline, and technical aptitudes that align perfectly with operations, logistics, and field engineering. Giving them a clear, structured bridge into the clean energy workforce is a massive opportunity for both the veterans and the industry.
Yes, and there are organizations like the Center for Energy Workforce Development working on this at a systemic level. They act as a consortium of over 140 energy companies, utilities, unions, and educational institutions. They realize that no single company can solve this talent shortage on its own. It requires a coordinated industry-wide strategy to build a robust talent pipeline.
And it makes me wonder about the broader societal implications of this shift. We talk a lot about the economic benefits of the green transition, but this is a profound reshaping of the labor market. We are moving away from the traditional divide between blue collar and white collar work toward what some people call green collar or highly technical operational roles.
It is a democratization of high-tech jobs. You could start your career in basic solar installation, but through these training partnerships and apprenticeships, you can learn SCADA systems, grid dynamics, or cybersecurity. Suddenly, you are in high demand across multiple multi-billion-dollar industries. The upward mobility potential is enormous.
But there is a flip side to this coin. If the competition for these workers is so fierce, the cost of labor is going to rise. Will that make clean energy projects more expensive, potentially slowing down our climate goals?
That is the critical question. Higher wages are great for workers and they can help draw more people into the industry, but they also increase the capital expenditure of projects. However, the alternative is worse. A project that is delayed by 6 months or a year because you cannot find a qualified grid interconnection engineer is far more expensive than paying a premium for top talent. The industry has to find a balance where investments in workforce development actually offset these costs by improving efficiency, reducing errors, and speeding up project delivery.
It also forces us to think about the geography of these jobs. Solar projects, wind farms, and even large data centers are often built in rural or semi-rural areas where land is cheap and abundant. But the highly specialized talent is often concentrated in urban tech hubs. How do we solve that geographic mismatch?
That is why the community college partnership model is so crucial. By training people locally in the communities where these projects are actually being built, you solve the relocation problem. You also bring economic revitalization to areas that might have lost traditional manufacturing or agricultural jobs. It roots the benefits of the energy transition in local communities rather than just exporting the profits to urban centers.
It is a fascinating puzzle. On one hand, we have this urgent global mandate to decarbonize our economy to fight climate change. On the other hand, we have this massive technological surge driven by AI and data. And both of these massive history-defining trends are bottlenecked by the exact same constraint, human capability. It is almost a philosophical reminder that no matter how advanced our technology becomes, whether it is a neural network or a solar cell, we are still fundamentally dependent on human labor, ingenuity, and cooperation.
And it really brings things back to Earth. We can design the most sophisticated AI algorithms or the most efficient solar panels in a laboratory, but someone still has to climb the tower, wire the substation, secure the permits, and monitor the grid. The physical world still matters. The hands-on technical work of building and maintaining our infrastructure is the foundation upon which the entire digital and green economy rests.
And if we neglect that foundation, the whole structure becomes unstable.
Exactly. If we do not invest in the people, the transition falters. The talent war we are seeing today isn't just a corporate headache for HR departments, it is a critical challenge for our collective future. How we train, retain, and value these workers will determine how fast we can build the world we want to live in.
It suggests that the true measure of our progress in the energy transition won't just be the gigawatts of solar we install or the capacity of the batteries we deploy. It will be the strength and resilience of the workforce we build to support them.
I couldn't agree more. The future is going to be built by the people who know how to wire it, secure it, and keep it running. And right now, those people are the most valuable resource on the planet.
I want a solar coaster. Come along for the ride.
This episode of The Solar Coaster is narrated using AI-generated technology, representing Anna Covert and Alex Herrera. The material presented is aggregated from publicly available solar industry news sources. All commentary reflects reported industry developments and does not constitute personal opinions, investment advice, or endorsements by the hosts or
Solar
producers.
Coaster is proudly sponsored by Sun Energy Today, redefining what solar means for business and infrastructure. We engineer and deliver large-scale clean energy solutions, from megawatt solar farms to advanced graphene storage, designed for resilience, performance, and measurable return. Sun Energy Today, built to power what's next. Learn more at sunenergytoday.com.